Shut up and sit down.
Welcome back, friends. I'm Simon.
I'm Ellie.
And if you enjoy our videos, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit the bell thing. That would be very kind of you indeed. And as usual, we're surprising each other tonight with trailers that we've not yet seen and filming our silly reactions to those. And this time it is my turn to be surprised. So what do you have for me?
This is a trailer that I'm really excited about. It is for a TV show that we loved very, very much quite a while ago. So much so that you may have forgotten it existed. But we did really love it. We watched every episode. One of the ones that we watched as soon as it came out. Very excited about it. There is kind of an unexpected final season that is coming out on Showtime November 7th. And I am very excited to watch it.
Interesting. I have no idea what this is at all, but we're going to go ahead then, check out the trailer. If you want to see what we think about it, and if I am as impressed as you think I will be, then stick around until the end. But for now,
let's go.
Let's go.
So, how are you feeling right now?
Well, it's been a whirlwind. I've always had my demons. And so I went away.
My God.
What's up, Jumbo?
Is it
Hey, Mr.
really?
Lindsay. But sometimes I have an urge too strong to ignore. Whoa! Easy there. What is the problem? Yeah, I kind of have a thing about blood. Every day I walk through this world.
Oh my God.
Faking it. Knowing if someone knows who I am, that's it. This is all about blending in.
Wow.
So you have just seen the teaser trailer for Dexter New Blood. What do you think?
You know, I am kind of amazed that they're even doing this because, I mean, there was a final season and a final episode of Dexter, and honestly, it was terrible. Like, really, really terrible for a series that we loved. I think Dexter kind of definitely went through its ups and downs over time, but that final season just got too hung up on his love interest, and the whole thing with Deb was super weird, and then him just going off on a boat, and you weren't sure if he was dead, and then you suddenly found out that at the end that he probably wasn't, and I mean, it kind of left the way open for another season, but it very clearly felt like the final season of Dexter, and there was such an outcry and a backlash about how terrible that ending was that maybe that's what spurred them on to make another season.
Like a redemption.
Yeah, but all that being said, I am all in for seeing another season of Dexter just being Dexter, like with no love interest, with no sister, with no one else around him that he needs to worry about. It actually kind of reminded me of the setting a little bit of Resident Alien.
I was going to say the same thing. It's exactly the same.
Yeah, it really does feel like Alan Tudyk's Resident Alien. But yeah, I actually like the idea of him being in this small town. A lot harder just to make bodies disappear and a lot more noticeable when people go missing.
Especially when the ground is frozen.
Yes, and white for that nice contrast with the blood. But people coming after him as well. Not very many places to hide in small town America, Dexter. So it's tough though, because like Dexter went, in my opinion, in the series, from being an anti-hero to becoming a villain and dislikable at times and kind of flip-flopping between the two. I really, really hope they just stick with him being an anti-hero in this series, because I love to actually root for him, and it feels kind of weird and bad rooting for a character who's literally murdering people, but it's doable when he murders really, really terrible people, and I would like to see them kind of return to that formula, like finding victims who deserve it, taking it out on them, and then having to run from these people who are coming after him with sniper rifles when all he's got is a big Gordon Ramsay style knife.
I think that's how I feel too. This looks really exciting that it's just given you a blank canvas and put Dexter on it. And those first few seasons of Dexter were my favorites. And I feel like there's a lot of other shows that have gone a similar way, where it starts off with like this Monster of the Week format. And that is my very favorite thing. X-Files did it too. Early seasons of the X-Files were very similar with the Monster of the Week. I started to kind of get a little bit confused, kind of lose interest when you start introducing the politics. You end up with running storylines, with ongoing relationships that kind of change the dynamic, and it makes it a little bit muddy at times, whereas it feels like with this you're going back to the beginning of Dexter, which is what we loved about it, that Monster of the Week's format. And I just think it's so promising what they're setting up here.
Yeah, and honestly, if they did it well, I wouldn't even want this to be the final season. I'd be happy with like 3 or 4 seasons of Dexter New Blood if it is that kind of really enjoyable formula of him just finding some victim of the week who's a complete douchebag and taking out his aggression on them. But wow, I had absolutely no idea this existed and was coming. When is it releasing?
November 7th.
Wow.
Very soon.
Oh my god. So November we get House of Gucci, we get Ghostbusters Afterlife, and we get a new season of Dexter. What weird parallel universe do we live in?
Do you know, the final thing I wanted to say that really jumped out at me from this trailer and I hadn't spotted previously, 2 words: Clancy Brown.
Yes!
Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, the Kurgan from Highlander. Clancy Brown, I mean, is there any more versatile actor as well? I mean, for a big guy with a deep voice, like you say, Mr. Krabs in SpongeBob, he was in The Mandalorian recently as that big thug with the devil's horns, and goes like all the way back to the Kurgan as well, and just, he does voice acting, he does character acting. I mean, what an awesome guy, and yeah, I'm sure he's going to have some kind of a run-in with Dexter himself, so I guess we will see. Man, November is shaping up to be a good month. Well, unfortunately, though, that is all we've got time for today. It was just a teaser, and we're just teasing you with a slice of ourselves. A little slice. But you know how often we do this?
Every day.
Every murderous day. So we will see.
Our dark passenger.
It is our dark passenger.
We're compelled.
Yes, YouTube sitting on our shoulders. But we will see you therefore tomorrow, friends, on the next Dork trailer ambush.
Peace out, victims.
Bye.
Shut up and sit down.